Welcome to Narayan BU College online classes. So our next topic is capacitor and capacitance. So our lesson name was electric potential and capacitance. Up to now we discussed about potential. Now we are going to discuss about capacitance. Capacitor, capacitor. First we are going to know the difference between capacitor and capacitance. Here capacitor is a device. Capacitance is the property. Capacitor is a device. Capacitance is the property. Let us assume if we have taken lunch box. Lunch box is the device. How much lunch we are going to take? That is nothing but capacity of the lunch box. If you have taken refrigerator or fridge, that is a device. What is the capacity? 180 liters, 240 liters. That is nothing but capacity. So capacitor is a device, capacitance is the property. So what is a capacitor first? Capacitor is a device which is used to store electric charge or electrical energy. Capacitor is a device which is used to store electric charge or electrical energy. In our textbook, our definition we can give in other way also, that is nothing but two conductors separated by an insulator. Two conductors separated by an insulator is called capacitor definition. That is nothing but capacitor definition. Two conductors separated by an insulator. And if you have taken one conductor like this is one conductor. This is another conductor separated by insulator means here air is the insulator. Air is acting as insulator. That is only we will say vacuum. So this is nothing but you can take positively charged conductor. So negatively charged conductor. Two conductors. This is conductor 1, conductor 2. Two conductors separated by insulator. This is nothing but capacitor. Circuit symbol of this one. In circuit we can't show like this. How we will draw circuit symbol means like this. So this is nothing but capacitor symbol. What is C means capacity of this capacitor or capacitance of this capacitor. So this is constant capacitor. Variable capacitor. They will show like this. This is variable capacitor. Variable capacitor means its value is going to be changed from 0 to some value to some value. Capacity is going to be variable. This is variable capacitor. This is constant capacitor. We can change this capacity value. Now we are going to discuss about capacitance or capacity. You can use either capacitance or capacity. What is capacity or what is capacitor? Take one conductor. This is a conductor. So here capacitor is nothing but which is used to store charge or energy. How we are going to store the charge? If you are given some amount of charge Q for this. If I wanted to give another charge Q. If you wanted to give another charge Q, total I gave 4 charges. This is only to understand you people. 4 charges I gave for this. Okay. Whenever I am giving Q, we no need to do more work, but whenever I am giving second charge Q to this conductor, we should do some amount of work. That is only potential definition. The amount of work done to bring charge from infinite distance to a conductor. Because another charge is there, it is going to repel. You should do some amount of work. To bring third charge, we should do more work. To bring fourth charge, we should do more work. If you are increasing the charge on the conductor, what is going to increase? The amount of work done to store another charge. The amount of work done to store another charge is going to increase. The amount of work done on charge is going to increase means what is increasing? Potential is going to be increasing. By increasing the charge on the conductor, what is going to be increased indirectly means potential. Therefore, charge is always directly proportional to potential. The amount of charge given to the conductor is always directly proportional to potential. This is nothing but they will say Q is directly proportional to V. If you want to remove proportional symbol, we will write one constant. That constant only C. The C is called capacity capacity or capacitance of this conductor. C is equal to Q by V. How they will say the capacity definition? Means whenever we are giving charge, what is increasing? Potential is going to be increasing. So the ratio between charge and its potential, the ratio between charge and its potential is called capacity. Okay, so capacity of a conductor is defined as the ratio of charge to rising potential of the conductor, or simply you can say the ratio between charge and its potential is called capacity. Okay, what is the unit? So what is the unit? What is charge unit? We came to know coulomb. Already we came to know charge unit coulomb. Potential unit, I said already for you in this first class, potential units, definitional units and dimension formula we wrote. Potential units, coulomb per volt. This one only we will write or farad. Farad or coulomb per farad they will write. Yeah. So this is nothing but capacity units. If you want to write dimensional formula, so what is the dimension formula for capacity? Charge dimension formula. What is charge dimension formula? AT. Already we came to know. Potential dimension formula also I gave in first topic in this lesson. If you forgot, means potential another unit joule per coulomb, because V is equal to W by potential difference. So joule, work done unit, dimension formula. If you forgot, means you can write like this: mL square T power minus 2. Charge units, charge dimension formula AT. So AT, what is going to be? So A square T square by mL square T power minus 2. If it is going to numerator, m power minus 1, L power minus 2. So T power minus 2 will become plus 2. Therefore 2 plus 2 T power 4, already it is there, A square. So this is the dimension formula for capacitor. So first for you came to know the physical quantity which is having negative dimensions in mass. The physical quantity which is having negative dimensions in mass, gravitational, universal gravitational constant, capital G we will write. Same like that here, this is also having negative dimensions in mass. This is dimension formula for capacitor. You can't remember this one, means you can remember this definition, means this unit, and from that unit you can write one by one, we can get. Don't try to remember. If you remember, well and good. If you forgot, means you can do like this. This is dimension formula for capacitor. Generally after completion of all these, we will define 1 farad. Did you remember how we will define 1 farad? C is equal to Q by V. Capacity C is equal to formula Q by V. So Q value how much we should take? 1 farad means 1 coulomb. How much potential is going to be raised? 1 volt. Then capacity is said to be 1 farad. Okay. Capacitance of a conductor is said to be 1 farad, means said to be 1 farad. 1 coulomb charge raises its potential by 1 volt. If 1 coulomb of charge raises conductor potential by 1 volt, then capacity or capacitance of the conductor is said to be 1 farad. Okay, capacitance of a conductor is said to be 1 farad, means 1 coulomb of charge raises its potential by 1 volt. Understood? Okay, this is nothing but 1 farad. Next, capacity of spherical capacitor. Capacity of a spherical capacitor. Spherical capacitor means this one. This is a spherical capacitor. We take, let us assume we are giving some amount of charge Q. Then what is potential at center, means V is equal to Q by, this radius is R, Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. Then what is the capacity of the spherical capacitor, means C is equal to Q by V. Q by 4 pi epsilon naught. Then C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught R. So C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught R. This value this is nothing but equation for the capacity of this spherical capacitor. So always we will take capacity as microfarad, millifarad, nanofarad. Why? Because 1 farad value is very heavy. Why we are saying 1 farad value is very heavy means if you have taken capacity of the earth means what is the value? R value. We can substitute here R value, radius of the earth 6,400 kilometers and 4 pi epsilon naught value. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught value 9 into 10 power 9. Radius of the earth 6,400 kilometers. Therefore, capacity of the earth C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught value 1 by 9 into 10 power 9. 6,400 into 10 cube. We are converting kilometers into meters. This value is very small value will get. Then this much big earth capacity is very small value. 0 point something will be coming. You can calculate and see once. Capacity of the earth is very small value. Therefore, capacity of the value, capacity of the any device we will take in microfarad, in millifarad, or picofarad, nanofarad. Among these only we will discuss. Just try to calculate this value, you will be getting very small value. Means this much big earth is having very small capacity value. Therefore, capacity of the any device they will measure in microfarad, millifarad. So many problems we will do, but we can't see 1 farad, 20 farad they won't give. Only in microfarad, millifarad, nanofarad they will give. Okay. Now our next topic, capacity of a parallel plate capacitor. We are going to calculate capacity of a parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate means here 2 metal plates will take, those are nothing but parallel. So one is positively charged, another one is negatively charged. This is nothing but, so 2 metal plates. This is one, this is two metal. Now, whenever we are taking 2 parallel metal plates, what is the capacity it is going to be producing? We are going to calculate our derivation for this equation. Very, very important equation. This one they will ask for 3 marks. For this, what we have taken? Consider 2 metal plates or conductors 1 and 2. One is positively charged, another one is negatively charged, separated by small distance d. Area of this each metal plate is, let us assume, capital A. Capital A is the area of the each metal plate. So we have assumed 2 conductors, 2 metal conductors or plates 1 and 2 separated by small distance d. Each plate area is capital A. Capital A is here area. D is distance or separation between 2 metal plates. Okay. Now we are going to find capacity. What is the capacity formula we came to know? C is equal to U by V. We are going to calculate this way. How we are going to calculate potential? Means whenever we are taking one positively charged metal plate or negatively charged metal plate, it will produce electric field. Did you remember? Infinite plane sheet. Infinite plane sheet. How much electric field if it is charged positively? E is equal to, you derived this one, Gauss law application. E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. This side, sigma by 2 epsilon naught. What is sigma here? Surface charge density. Sigma is equal to charge per unit surface area. Sigma equal to Q by A. Same values, equations we are going to take here. Now, what is the electric field intensity produced by positive charge plate? Means it will be away. This is the electric field intensity produced by the positive. Electric field intensity produced by the negative plate. It will be 2 watts. 2 watts only. So it will be 2 watts. Now we will be having total 3 regions. Here region 1, this is region 2, this is region 3. So among three regions, what is the electric field produced by region 1? Electric field intensity produced by first metal plate and second metal plate. Due to first metal plate it will be away, due to second metal plate it will be towards. This downward arrow mark is for this one. At region 1 electric field will be present because of 1, because of 2. Because of 1 means first metal plate, because of 2 means second metal plate. So because of 1 it will be away, because of 2 it will be downward. Therefore both are going to be cancelled each other. One is upwards, one is downwards. So electric field intensity at region 1 is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught minus sigma by 2 epsilon naught. So sigma by 2 epsilon is positive. Downwards one will be sigma by epsilon. Both are opposite. Therefore we are cancelling it in region 1. Now electric field intensity at region 2. At region 2 means this one. This is also downwards. This is also downwards. Both are downwards means what we have to do? Electric field intensity in region 2. Sigma by 2 epsilon naught. The sigma by 2 epsilon. We are getting sigma by epsilon naught. This will be 0. This will be getting sigma by epsilon. At region 3, electric field intensity at region, this is region 3. So this is upwards. This is upwards because of second conductor and downwards because of first conductor. Therefore resultant is going to become again 0. Sigma by 2 epsilon naught minus sigma by 2 epsilon. It is going to become 0. Now total electric field intensity between only two metal plates. Total electric field intensity between two metal plates. That is nothing but resultant electric field intensity E is equal to sigma by epsilon. That is nothing but sigma by epsilon. Because region 1, otherwise write resultant electric field intensity E1 plus E2 plus E3. 0 plus sigma by epsilon naught plus sigma by, this is resultant electric field intensity. But we have to find V, potential, isn't it? So resultant potential we should find. So we came to know the relation between electric field intensity, potential and small separation D. What is the relation? E is equal to V by D. Whenever we will be having electric field intensity separated by some distance d means what is the potential of that one means E is equal to EVD relation. How we got this one means E is equal to minus dV by dx. Electric field is always potential gradient, potential by distance. If you want to know more means E is equal to what is the formula? Electric field intensity due to positive charge at some distance. E is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. What is potential formula? Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. So writing this Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R into 1 by R. In place of Q by 4 pi epsilon what we can write? V. Therefore V by R. But when we are writing it as V by D. This is not required for you. Directly you can write. Just I gave here this how this formula came. E is equal to V by R or V by D. Now we have to calculate V. V is equal to ED. What is E value? We got here sigma by epsilon. Sigma by epsilon naught into D. This is nothing but what is sigma? Sigma definition. Since sigma is equal to charge per unit surface area or unit area, Q by A, substitute. V is equal to Q by A epsilon naught D. In place of sigma I wrote Q by A. This is according to definition. In first lesson only you came to know surface charge density. Now we should come to know Q by V. Send this one remaining side Q by V. From the equation Q by A. I am writing this V here. Then epsilon naught A will be coming this side. Is equal to epsilon naught A by D. What is Q by V we came to know? Ratio between charge and potential is nothing but capacity. Epsilon naught A by D. Since C is equal to Q by V. This is nothing but capacity of a parallel plate capacitor, which is having each metal plate area A and separated by distance, small distance D. This is nothing but capacity of a parallel plate capacitor. Now capacity of a parallel plate capacitor is depending on what factors capacity of parallel plate capacitor is going to be depending. They will ask in 1 mark question or 2 mark question. Now capacity is depending on area of the metal plate and separation. Here D means separation between two metal plates. If area is increasing, capacity is going to increase. If distance, metal plate's distance is increasing, means capacity value is going to decrease, because inversely proportional. Okay, so capacity of a parallel plate capacitor depends on area, geometrical area and separation. Another one also will be there, that is nothing but, so medium. Here in between two metal plates we have taken vacuum, air as a medium. If you place dielectric, how it is going to be changed? This is only vacuum is there, in between two metal plates air is there. Okay, if you place dielectric, how the capacity of a capacitor is going to be changed? That is only our next topic, effect of dielectric on capacitor, whether it will increase or decrease. Before going to say on that one, so they will ask problems on this equation, C equal to epsilon naught A by D. What is epsilon naught here? Permittivity. So A means area of the metal plate, D means separation between two plates. So C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. If you count 2 or 3 times, you can remember this formula. On this formula also they will ask problems. Before last year they asked some problems on this one. They will give separation area and they will ask what is the capacity value. Okay. So effect of dielectric on capacity of a parallel plate capacitor. This is a parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor. So in between what we have taken means, in previous derivation we have taken A at the time C equal to epsilon naught A by dV1. Here D means separation between two metal plates, A means area of the each metal plate. Now I place one dielectric constant K. I place one dielectric of dielectric constant K. Then how the capacity is going to be changed? Whenever medium is there in between two metal plates, then here epsilon naught they will write epsilon A by D. What is epsilon here? Permittivity of the medium. Epsilon naught, permittivity of the free space. Free space means vacuum. Whenever naught is there, that is vacuum. Whenever naught is not there, that is medium, something we placed in between two metal plates. Epsilon. What is the relation between epsilon naught and epsilon? That one only dielectric constant definition we came to know. What is the dielectric constant definition? Epsilon by epsilon naught or epsilon naught by epsilon. So dielectric constant K is equal to epsilon by epsilon naught. What is epsilon here? Permittivity of medium, permittivity of free space. The ratio between permittivity of medium and permittivity of free space is nothing but dielectric constant K. Then epsilon can be written as K epsilon. That one you can write as C is equal to, this one you can write it as C naught. C naught is nothing but whenever air is there. Now we are calculating C whenever dielectric is there. Whenever some medium we place in between two metal plates. So K epsilon naught A by D. What is epsilon naught A by D? We can write it as C naught. Just to show the difference we wrote C naught. Now K is equal to C by C naught. Now initially C naught. Now after placing dielectric we got Kc naught. Which value is more? C naught value is more, Kc naught value is more. Kc naught value is more means C naught value increases by K times. Now capacity is going to be, capacity of parallel plate capacity is going to be changed whenever we are placing some medium in between A and B. Dielectric constant K medium if you place means its capacity is going to increase by how much time? K times it is going to be increased. Now another new definition of dielectric constant in terms of capacity is C by C naught. Our previous definition was epsilon by epsilon naught. Just we have to erase this one. If you erase this one, you will get C by C naught. Without forgetting this one. K equal to another definition C by C naught means K is equal to C by C naught. Then C is equal to K C naught means capacity increases by K times whenever we are placing dielectric. Now capacity of a capacity of parallel plate capacitor depends on its area. Next, separation. Another one is it depends on medium present in between two metal plates. That is nothing but dielectric. If you place some dielectric or some substance in between two parallel plate capacitors means then its value increases by K times. Dielectric constant times capacity is going to increase. This is the effect of dielectric on capacity of the parallel plate capacitor. It will increase or decrease means its capacity value is going to increase. Okay. So this is just, they may ask for one more question. Fringing of the field. Fringing of the field means if you have taken two metal plates, here electric field will be coming like this. But at the edges, it is going to bend little bit. This effect is nothing but fringing of the field. The bending of electric field lines near outer the edges of the two metal plates is nothing but fringing of the field. Okay. In next session, we are going to do some problems on capacity of a parallel plate capacitor. Means on this formula C equal to epsilon naught A by B. Okay. We are going to do some problems on this formula. Later we will see our next topic. Okay. Thank you.